Are you tired of getting overlooked? Today, I am exposing the real secrets on how to pull any girl that you've ever wanted. Listen, man, I know the feeling, and I know you know the feeling. That's why you clicked on this video. You're in the mall, you're in public, you see a girl you think is attractive, and she doesn't even look at you, let alone think you're attractive. If you want that to stop right now, you chose the right video to watch. I'm going to be exposing and identifying some of the craziest things people believe about dating and showing you the things that you should believe instead so you can separate yourself from all the average people that don't find attraction and become that 1% that does. Without further ado, let's get into the first hot take right now. So the first one is going to be anybody on a dating app is not worth dating. Now, this one is very nuanced, but I am going to come out and say dating apps are not for the advanced. They're only for the beginner. And let me explain. I would compare dating apps to someone who doesn't know how to swim getting into the kids' pool. You do not put someone who doesn't know how to swim into 10 feet of water because they will drown and need to be saved. If you don't know what you're doing, if you don't know how to text, how to communicate, a dating app is a good place to start because there's so much volume and the quality necessarily is not always there. Now, I'm not saying you can't find anybody like this hot take says, but it's really not the most ideal place if you're looking for anything high quality to help you grow, in my experience at least. But the caveat to that is, it is good. It is a good ground for finding all sorts of personality types, seeing how they act, texting different ways, setting up dates, getting into that first sort of tier of dating that you're probably not even in yet. So like I said, it's a good place to start. Not necessarily nobody will be on there, but it's not the highest quality of people in my experience. Number 2, unpopular opinion. Getting to know someone and being their friend, then falling in love is better than only having a relationship in mind when you first start talking to them. Now, this is a very, very interesting one to me because if you are somebody who forces your way into big situations like a relationship or even into a date, you are setting yourself up for failure. If you have these big, giant expectations before you even meet them, before you even find out anything about them, you are lowering your own value as a man. And that's why girls aren't going to be attracted to you. I guarantee anytime you've tried to approach a girl, or maybe you already are on dating apps, you probably think in your own mind subconsciously, wow, it would be cool if I had the opportunity to see or meet her. You need to switch that around. You should be saying, wow, it'd be really cool if she could get the opportunity to meet me. Or, hey, hopefully this girl is something that I would be interested in for her sake because I know she'd be interested in me. It can sound cocky, but having the mindset that you are the prize is something that everybody should do. Even girls should think like that. Girls, and for the boys right here, you guys need to be thinking that way. Because if you're not, you are going to put yourself on a lower tier, and no girl wants to date somebody that they view as being below them. I don't care if you make $100,000 a year, if you have a nice, super nice car, a mansion, if you're super big, always in the gym, all that is good. But if you put yourself in that lower tier subconsciously, she is going to sniff that out 100%, and you need to cut that out right now. So this hot take is actually fantastic. You need to let things develop on their own and never be in the mindset of forcing something to happen. Hot take, any girl can be your soulmate if you know how to mold her to your liking. Now, this is very red pill. This is something you're going to hear in a lot of self-improvement videos, that as a man, you need to be such a good leader that anybody who hears what you have to say or spends time with you will end up agreeing with you over time. But I actually slightly disagree with this. There is this term called resistance in psychology and in dating that you need to keep in mind. Certain people are going to be very resistant to certain things. I'm going to give you guys an analogy right now. Let's say you are in a cooking competition with one of your friends, but the judge is vegan, doesn't eat meat. If your specialty is steak, chances are you're not going to win, and there's no point in even trying. It's the same thing with dating. If you're super conservative or liberal or whatever, and the person that you're trying to talk to is completely on the opposite side of the spectrum, it's probably just, there's going to be too much resistance for it to work out smoothly. I'm not saying it's impossible, but there's so much volume in the world. I mean, there's literally billions of people in the world. there's no point in trying to force something that's not there. You would never force a magnet with the same polarity together because they repel instantly as soon as you stop applying pressure. It's the same way in relationships. Dating a girl who's into sports as much as you are. So you can read this text right here. If you're just listening, basically, first text says, even though Goff is the new QB, he probably won't be in a year or two. He's just here while we rebuild the roster elsewhere, she says. She's responding. He's sending some texts, and honestly, she's not that interested, but it's pretty tongue-in-cheek. But the hot take does say dating a girl who's into sports as much as you are is a positive thing. I actually completely disagree with that. Here's why. As a man, you should not be obsessed with sports if you're not where you want to be. It is very unattractive if you, for example, take a woman out to dinner and let's say you're not making enough money yet for your own standards, or you're not as in shape as you could be. And then she hears you talking about things like sports, breaking down these common, super niche things in sports to her. She's not going to be into that. That's going to turn her off because she knows deep down you should be taking care of her as a man, and you're over here worried about sports, using your mental energy, your resources on sports, and you haven't even worked out today. That's something that is not optimal if you want to be able to attract more people. And I'm not saying that having common interests is bad. Like, if you have, money, you're where you want to be in life, you're not content, but you're happy with your progress. Yeah, you want to watch a football game together. Cool. And hopefully you both can enjoy that together. But this example on screen right now is a horrible example, and this text exchange should never go through your phone at any point. My hot take is that dating in your IQ bracket is more important than dating in your financial bracket. You need someone to keep up with you and stimulate you mentally. Finances fluctuate. Now, this is just a bad worldview, and I'm going to explain why this hot take is trash. When you accept a bad situation, that is one of the most unattractive things that you could do, because your woman is going to be very dependent on how you live your life if she chooses to have you in a relationship. For example, if you work at a restaurant and you're 30 and you're making, say, $50,000, $60,000 a year about average, but you don't have any plans on moving up, that's the life that she's stuck with if she chooses you. Now, why would she choose you when there's 30 dudes in her DMs that make hundreds of thousands of dollars, or have a presence on social media, or for any number of reasons? Why is she going to choose you over that? So as a man, you always need to be improving your financial situation. Like I said, you need to be in shape, and you need to have your money right all the time. If you're not making $100,000, find out how to do it. If you're not making $1 million, find out how to do it. I'm not saying you have to be there right now, but what I'm saying is you have to work towards it all the time. And if you're not, that is a huge problem that you need to fix right now. Now, I will get into the part that says dating in your IQ bracket is important. I think that's almost weird in a way. If you're a high-value person, you're going to attract high-value women. And the way to do that is having an intelligence and an ambition about yourself. That is going to be one of the most attractive things that's going to set you apart from all those other dudes in her DMs that I was telling you about. When a girl really, really likes you, when you are doing a good job in life, she will not be afraid to tell you. If you've never been in a situation where you either hear the words, "You're so different," "You're very smart," or "It's refreshing to talk to you," you have not utilized any of your skills to attract these high-value women. When you are actually doing that, those are the things you're going to hear. And after watching this video, that's the stuff that you're going to start hearing now. It should literally be on the first date she tells you all these things. Like I said, if a girl really, really likes you and sees that you're different, she is not afraid to tell you that. So, wrapping it up, number one, the most important thing we could take away from this is to never put somebody on a pedestal. Never put somebody that you want to attract over you. You need to pretend like they are trying to bag you. Even if you're the one walking up to them or swiping on them, it needs to be you that is the prize. And you'll genuinely believe that you're the prize if you start working on yourself harder and harder every single day. If you looked in the mirror and you had a visible six-pack and big arms, big shoulders, do you really, really think you'd be nervous about yourself? You'd walk up to girls all really scary and nervous? No. Because if you set out a goal and you achieve that goal, you know you can get anything you want. And once you unlock that potential, that's when you're going to start getting any girl you want. So use these tips, start getting to work right now. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want more self-improvement tips, if you want to get big, If you would like to attract more girls, if you'd like to make more money, subscribe to this channel right now. I guarantee this is the best channel for you. We upload weekly and daily self-improvement content. Thank you for watching. Now it's time to get out there and get the hell out of here.